Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Clock Tower. My name is Colton, and we're going to talk about BCS. Now, we're not going to talk about the best decks. Go watch an actual YouTuber's videos such as the Clock Towers. We're going to talk about some of the more interesting decks, the unique decks, the decks that make you go, how did this get here? We're doing up to 3 decks max per city because there's going to be a lot. If your deck is listed, thank you for your service. All this information is made available because of Weiss Tea Time. Shout out to them. Go support them if you can. It's going to be a long one, so strap in. With that out of the way, let's get to the decks. Now, the following dates are before the current restriction list. Sacramento, October 6th, 167 players with a top 16. Top was actually friend of the channel, Manny916. He was piloting 8 Gate Slime with the deck Hololive OCG Wen. 4th place was Waiter, more pants triggers, please. This is a standby door, also known as a Jack-O Eno deck. What is nice is that they are using the Bridget 2-1 backup from the 8-hit Wonder campaign. The final deck we're going to look at is the top 16, 3 split climax anime style virtual avatars. They have the Chloe level 1 at 4 climaxes, the Ollie level 3 at 3 copies, and 4 Marines, but only 1 climax. Other than the fun split, that is it. Honorable mentions are Hendricksonning, Power V4, Hetty's Tendies, and this Review Starlight deck. Duluth, Georgia, November 9th, 129 players. Top 16. I actually went to this one. Link at the top if you haven't seen that video. One of the many Butchie the Rock decks that are constantly bubbling under. We have Brochi, Bar Door. Here is why is this deck not restricted? Oh wait, it is. And this is before it got restricted even more. It is the yellow-blue Hendrickson build. Review Starlight being piloted by Refresh Point WS on Spotify and YT. Did I just do a free ad read? 8-choice Review Starlight. The best Review Starlight player, hands down. And the best deck is Fast X Furious. 3rd place, it uses 3 different bars. And it uses Moment of Acceptance. This card calls out the 3-2s on board. It's the big Wombo combo deck, and I love it. Funny name is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Meta Slave. Moodling, Austria. Well, I hope I said that right. 100 players on November 17th with a top 8. We have Miss Yusaka, which is an 8 Arch Slime. Here is Luna is level 3, which is an 8 standby Hololive deck. I love Hololive because you could just make anything work. Honorable mentions is Pepe Gas Gonna Peppa Gate. What does that mean? Is this one of those like skibbity things? Is this like a vocal stem? November 28, Houston, Texas, 199 players, top 16. Here's an 8-bar Azure Lane deck. You know I net deck this one. And it's called Akagi's 8 Treasures. It uses the Akagi level 3 from the trial deck and the Taiho level 0 Brainstorm Climax combo. Here is Yuki Sinon with red. It is Last Shot Sinon. It has some updated cards, but the level 1 and the level 3 are some seasoned cards. Honorable mentions include In Case JoJo's Test Hands Are Dog Shit, which is an 8-door Hololive. I can't believe they could actually use that word in Bushinavi. D-Slime Trauma is a slime deck. I Can't Sing Love Songs for Butchie, and Praying for No Overlord is a choice and standby Ruby deck. December 7th, Melbourne, Australia. 55 players with a top 8. All of these decks we have seen before in some way, shape, or form. We do have Wish I Was Playing Nina from Girls Band Cry. All the slimes look the same, XD, and Sunshine 2024. Damn, take me back. December 7th, S Cosme, Portugal. 64 players with a top 8. We have Gen 0 Hololive with Door Standby titled I Don't Know Any VTubers. Oh man, do I got some news about the deck you're playing. Solid deck though. This has made some waves in early Hololive. Guilty Gear 2 with 6 standby and 2 gold bar, Jacko, Biken, and Rhyme Lethal. I have played against this deck, and I did get my ass handed to me. And here's the best deck. Pursuit of Egg Tarts is 8 choice using the Dio for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I should do a whole video on that card. But super fast, no characters from under this card, or if the character is reversed, you pay 2, ditch 2, top 2 cards from the top of their deck to their clock. It cannot be canceled. Beautiful. December 8, Manila, Philippines. 74 players with a top 8. Y'all ever heard of Jollibee? Delicious. Anyways, Bang Dream Anniversary has Door Arch with the level 1 Mashiro and the level 3 Kasumi. That card is slept on. It is super solid. And here is Naka Medical Leave para Makapag BCS. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Kaguya-sama. Unrestricted, some people say. I say keep it restricted. Fun names are Ceres Fauna, My Beloved, and Miyu versus the Philippines. December 8, Mexico City, Mexico. 180 players with top 16. 8-choice Data Live. You'll love to see it. It uses the Kotori level 1 and the level 3. That Kotori combo, kind of slept on. It is refreshing not seeing Kurumi. There are also 3 free run decks in the top cut. some trial decks, and some booster sets as the finishers. Here is Magia Ordinaria para Ganar. Another funny name is Maybe He Was Right. Who? Riaz? Of course he is. And Forger 007 for Spy Family. December 14th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with 198 players with the top 16. We are seeing a lot of the usual decks now. Around this time, the top decks were more solidified. Tof Ang has a deck that is a really long YouTube link. Also, what is funny is that I cannot copy paste it because Bushy Navi won't let me. It's bar choice, and here's the champion, 8 Arch Slime before Empty Arch. That means there's no climax behind those climaxes. Some good names, Wyvern 4 with Freerun. Balatro got robbed with 8 Arch Slime. Himmel, the not here, is Freerun 8 Arch. And need more shiny waifu cards, Sad Face with Pure Ichika 8 choice. Actually, hold on, let me just double check. Yes, it is Pure Ichika. December 21st, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We are missing half of the top cut. I am curious to see that Bang Dream deck. If you got it, message Weiss Tea Time. Corone Marine, we are going back to 2020. Door choice, I am almost certain I had this exact deck at one point. Gura, with a lot of one-ofs, using Kali Gura. Hollow Myth, Rise Up. And damn, bro, Jack, Jake, Finn, version 2. Adventure Time for the win. We need a second set. We're like in dire need of a second set. December 28th, almost to the new year. Suntec City, Singapore, 53 players with the top 8. Half are not listed, but we probably know what they are. Damn, look at all that Overlord. Also, damn, 2 Guilty Gear in the top 4 as well. We see Kaguya-sama one more time. No more medical leave for 2024. Wait, is this the last Kaguya player? Finally going to the new year, January 12th, Madrid, Spain. 82 players with the top 8. Nothing too crazy. Some decks we have seen before, but it is very diverse. Here is Ayako Shinas, which is an 8 Arch Ayakashi Triangle deck. Actually, can I show this? I'm going to back away before YouTube hits me. Some good names are Hendrickson's Last Dance and Rock Solid for Butchie the Rock. January 12th, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, with 153 players and the top 16. My favorite ones are the 2 question marks. I think it's Milky Holmes, the demo deck, and the Disgaea trial deck. More importantly, here is Oiia, which is an insane Chainsaw Man deck. 6 choice, 2 bar. Beautiful list. Also the name, Oiia, that's my new vocal stem. Like, I've been doing that for like the last 3 days. SAO, cause why not E? Uses the most recent Yuki for the Mother's Rosario and Silica for the level 3. Macross Delta, sure, why not? I can't read it, but I'm sure it's funny. Here's 8 Standby Slime in a format where everyone is running Arch. This is refreshing. I still hate playing against it though, but it is refreshing. Also, here's 2-1 2 Dead's deck. El Nino goes to Japan. January 18, Santiago, Chile. 51 players with a top 8. JoJo with 8 Standby with the deck Enemy Stand. I like this one. I'm going to peep it out for locals. Here's Watame Marine with the name Watame Marine, Choice Door. What is solid about Marine is that you can literally run just whatever level 1 and it will be good. And maybe the best deck out of the whole BCS, Waifu Darkness. Eat your heart out, Space Cowboy. Also, they're using the old level 3 and the old level 1s, not the current ones, which is extremely interesting. February 1st, Cologne, Germany, with 127 players with a top 16. We are getting closer and closer to the restriction list. Now, they did announce it around this time, and these next 2 BCSs are the last ones with the top decks before the restriction list. JoJo with Yare Yare Daze, Choice Arch. Also, quick note, every single JoJo deck has been a different build. I love this set so much. Hopefully we get Steel Ball Run. Here's a Yotsuba Itsuki deck called This Deck is Better Than Pompipui's Deck. And which deck is Pompipui's? Let me know in the forums below. Bar Door. This does use cards from the premium booster set. February 2nd, Roseman, Illinois, with 230 players and a top 16. The final BCS before the restrictions, and you can tell they really wanted to play Slime. 6 Slime out of 16. Here's Cali Aqua Wow, Hololive is insane. The Ancestors live stream. Choice Arch, level 1 Cali, and the 2-1 Aqua from the Beach episode, and the level 3 Aqua from set 2. Good names are Solidarity is a slime deck. Save Me Hachama is an 8-door Hololive. I'm Just Kendrickson. And finally, the best things come in 3s. And with that, we're halfway through the BCS season. Want an ad break? Well, I hope YouTube did its job. After that, we got a restriction list. Link at the top if you haven't seen that video yet. If you are watching this, you've probably already saw it and lived through it. So let's keep going. We got 8 more to go. There are 3 featuring the new restriction list that happened on essentially the same day. February 15th, Cardiff UK, 82 players, top 8. And yeah, this appears to be the new meta. You will see it with the other dates as well. So we're going to lump all these 3 together. February 15th, Tampa, Florida with 74 players and a top 8. And February 16th, Sydney, Australia with 61 players and a top 8. UK has I Like Cat Girls and it's a Nino deck. This 8-Arch Spy Family deck called I Hate Slime Drools deck. Florida has One Time Nino Please Work, and it did work. He got second for this deck. Here's another one. Brain Dead Turn Card Sideways is the Elizabeth Hendrickson deck. Wonder Egg for English is a 3 standby deck. Australia has Praise the Sun, which is a 7 Deadly Sins deck, but it's not the one that you're thinking of. It's an Escanor build. It's back, baby. Your Mate, it's a Yotsuba deck. It's a 3-bar Climax deck. How this works, I have no idea, but I'm going to see what I can do with it. This was a top 3 deck. 8 standby Ayakashi Triangle is, I'm still not allowed to play Data Live. Sad face. February 22nd, Jakarta, Indonesia. 23 players with a top 8. Here's the winner, Avatar. 8 standby Avatar. Even with the restriction, it's still super solid. I think I covered this card during the reveals. I could be wrong. That was quite a while ago. Of course, another standby deck is not Nino, but Adventure Time. This is the standby door build and the best deck in the format, hands down. Here's a Haruhi deck in the year of our Lord 2025. It does use Fated World, the 2-1 event that we did not get in English Weiss Schwarz until the supply set years later. This deck got 5th. That is insane. Wild. Crazy. You love to see it. March 1st, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 169 players with the top 16. That is right. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is Tokyo Revengers at the top. Here is picked BCS over Monster Hunter Wilds SMH, and it's a bar door deck for Azure Lane. It is unfortunate that they got 8th because that was keeping them from returning back to Monster Hunter Wilds. But still, 8th place, pretty damn good. Here's an Ichika deck at 15th place. Yotsuba, forgive me once again. It is pure Ichika. I hope Yotsuba was able to forgive them. Here is Shark Week number 2, Gura Aski Arch Standby. Actually, wait, do they still do Shark Week? Hold up. Wow, yeah, would you look at that? Shark Week is still a thing. That's actually crazy. It's been going on since 88? That's wild. Here is Bochi. I should be home playing Monhun right now. What? It's the door bar build. Another Quince deck. Here is OMG, it Miku. It is an 8-Arch Miku waifu deck. It only took Miku 4 years, but she is finally, quote, meta. Oh, and here is the Dual Laner Pachin deck. March 2nd, Roland, France. 61 players and a top 8. Actually, is Data Live is actually an Arifureta deck. This does have 3 of the +2 soul climaxes, 1 of the bar and 4 of the stock soul. Absolutely nuts. The first Butchie the Rock to top is also here. Butchie the Scammer or Scammed. It is a typical Butchie build, but it is the first Butchie the Rock top. And that name, pretty true. March 15, Zwolle, Netherlands. 78 players with a top 8. There is Tokyo Revengers once again. These are all decks we have seen before, but here is the Tokyo Revengers deck. Should have played P4. The game or the deck? Either way, congrats on your 7th place though. And here is, I was given this deck to play, and it is the Door Bar Overlord deck. And finally, March 22nd, Pasadena, California. 298 players with a top 32. This is actually the only tournament with a top 32 cut. Here is basic Ad Delta. It is choice standby door. Here's the Magic of Friendship 2. The first one was so good, they had to make a second one. It is Arch Freeren. Who needs Mocha when you have a dog? I mean, yeah, is 8 Arch Spy Family. Here's Chloe Marine, version 23. Hopefully this is the final draft. Licorice Recoil, actually the only Licorice Recoil in the entire format. I believe this one was piloted by Mike from Trestles Collectibles. Father Figures is a Door Stock Soul deck. And here's Blue Archive Epic Anime RPG is the Meta Archive build, the Arch choice. Also, it isn't that good of a game. And here is Shizukat's deck. That time I got reincarnated as Korone. And there we have it, some interesting decks that some players have played this season. Did your deck get mentioned? If not, I don't know what to tell you, I'm sorry. Let me know in the forums below what deck you played this season. And if you're going to Worlds, congratulations, I'll catch you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.